How did
yeah, but shoot me a text or something. It's like I'm looking at the page and I'm like, wait, we went live? Hey,
I saved it.
There's a bearded white Canadian on there, and it's not me. What the fuck is going on?
Hey, shithead, it's me again. And you know what? I just heard it's all done now. And somehow, I guess you must have lost my number.
What hood is this? Crimefaces presents The Abyss Podcast, hosted by Lukey Cage with Karl and PrimoJAB. Know what I mean? What hood is this? Boom, we back, The Abyss Podcast. Boom, 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 boom. How's everybody doing? You good? If you're not, I don't care. You do better. Boom, boom, boom. I got my man Karl right here, PrimoJAB, and we got Festa. What up, what up?
What up? How you guys doing?
Good.
Real good.
So indeed. If you are on the Instagram page, you saw me, Festa, and PrimoJAB, I'm sorry, Karl, about on the Instagram live. You know what I'm saying? We talked about this album we're gonna talk about. But I want Festa, introduce, like, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Shit, man, I'm a producer, DJ, engineer from Halifax, Nova Scotia, up here in Canada on the East Coast. Yeah. And man, I've been just putting in work in the Canadian hip-hop scene for a minute, man. I used to be in a group called The Extremities, and we used to be like a live hip-hop band. We used to tour around North America with my homeboy Ghetto Sox, who's a big MC up here as well.
Nice.
And yeah, man, I just like, I've been in the scene here for a long time. I know a lot of cats work a lot from Toronto as well. So I used to work out of Toronto as well as Halifax. Mm-hmm. So I just been putting in work, man, making beats, doing DJing for a lot of MCs, doing lots of cuts on records, mixing, and my boy Fresh Kills from The Extremities, he's up in Toronto, and he's a big engineer. Him and I have engineered and mixed a lot of from like low budget, nobody Canadian dudes to like Ghostface and MOP, man. We've engineered some different tracks and records and shit. So, man, like I just been rolling in the Canadian abyss for a minute, man. Basically,
that's what's up.
It's a good place to be.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, boom. How I really I knew about y'all a little bit, but then how I really dug deep into. There's a article on Vice on Ghetto Sox, and I just missed his a tour. He was in Atlanta. I just missed it like that. This was a long time ago. I was living in Stone Mountain, so it had to be like 2008 or 10 or something like that. This is a long time ago, man. That was when like the hip hop game was kind of like. It was hard finding good shit. How about that?
The underground was more sparse, man. More sparse.
Yeah, but now there's stuff everywhere. It's crazy, but it was really, really hard. Little Brother of Natalia Morgan was the shit. You know what I'm saying? For me at the time. You know what I'm saying? So boom. That's when I found out about Ghetto Sox and Uncle Festa. And then I hit Ghetto Sox up in the Twitter. It's like, yo, we should do songs together. He said, send me some music. And then he didn't hit me back. I just started. I started Twitter the first day. Yeah. I started Twitter when it first started because Dread Eye made me do it. And at the time, I think I had like 4 followers or some shit like that when I hit Ghetto Sox up. He thought, and probably before there was even like spam accounts or some shit. So yeah, it's crazy, man. That was forever ago. Forever. Lifetimes ago, yo. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. So everybody knows why we here. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask a question. Karl is 6'2".
There's a disturbance in the force.
There is. Karl, you're 6'3", right? 6'2"?
No, I'm 6'1".
6 foot. PrimoJAB, how tall are you?
Like 6 foot.
Festa, how tall are you?
5'7".
Okay. Now, Russ is 5'5". They say he's like 5'4", 5'5".
Oh, that makes more sense. Okay, keep going.
True indeed. So sometimes, yeah. Why you laughing, Festa?
Just like the short joke, man. The short joke's hilarious to me, man. I'm short, man. My whole life short joke. So that just Primo cracked me up.
Well, no, I'm not cracking a short joke on, shout out short people out here. I like people of all heights.
No.
Absolutely.
No, here's the,
I'm talking about mentality.
Yeah, Mobb Deep.
Mobb Deep. Prodigy.
Mobb Deep. They talk the most shit. They're pretty short guys. You know what I'm saying? So growing up around other gangsters and killers and whatever, have big guns, they talked mega shit. Yep. I think Russ feels like he needs to be tougher than what he is. You know what I'm saying? Because he's short. It don't gotta be like that. It don't. I think you want to be a tough guy and prove something.
I think it's more. It's deeper than him being short. But go ahead. Yeah, you mentioned the name Cats Out the Bag. We're talking about the what you call the Cry God
CHOMP
album that just came out.
The Cry God. Dave Pro said it wasn't Fly God. It was Nice Try God.
Nice Try God.
True indeed. But like, boom. My advice to Russ off bat is, boom, stick around people who love you for you.
Yeah.
And you should have had that. Yeah. And yo, boom, if this is Napoleon Complex, man, shake that shit off, man. It's 2022.
It's deeper
love
than
is love, motherfucker.
Well, I mean, man, to that point, man, like on the record, man, when like there's a couple joints, there's like 2 or 3 tracks that are like, he's not trying to be underground, hard. He's not, and they sound different. And they like, I don't like those tracks, but they sound the most authentic to me.
Exactly.
Like they sound,
oh my God.
I mean? So it's it's weird, man. Like those tracks to me, even though I don't like them, are the best tracks possibly because the shit sounds right, man. It sounds like he's doing what comes natural to him. You know what I mean? So it's weird, man. Like it's funny how those tracks are on the record. It's like he didn't trust the record. So he's, it's like his heart is in those tracks, or he trusts those tracks. So those are on the record to make it feel more well-rounded to him or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which,
he stuck to his gun. He stuck to his guns on those tracks. I feel you exactly. His thing is, to me, just off of my observation, is he wants to be accepted so hard as an MC. Not even, I feel he has an MC inferiority complex. Not even about his height. Maybe he does tie back to that. But like the whole themes of pretty much every song is, look how much money I have. Look at everything I've done. Look at everything I've sold. Blah, blah, this, that, and the third. I have all these girls, but you guys don't respect me still. I'll show you how tough I am.
So look, a lot of times when I'm looking at like the kind of like what you're rapping about, right? Mm-hmm. If you're a kid that was hanging out on Beaver Ruin in Gwinnett, I mean, it's not College Park. You know what I mean?
Oh, pause. Beaver Ruin. Pause. Go ahead.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's I lived on Beaver Ruin.
Don't pause on. Yeah, don't pause. The
pause.
Beavers get room.
But it's a place in Gwinnett, and
yes, definitely.
My wife approves.
It's not the hardest place. I mean, if you don't have anything really to draw from emotionally, then a lot of times you're just going to go braggadocious.
I think you're giving him a way out. I mean, I really feel like Russ knows who he is. Just like Fester was saying, like the songs that he stuck to who he was, while they may not be the best songs to us, as far as what we're looking for, right? Because I'm not here to rank Russ. That's not what this is going to be about. We're going to see this soon. I mean, when he's most authentic, that sounds
genuine.
It sounds genuine.
Right. I get that.
On these other tracks, some of these other ones that we'll highlight in a second, it's like, okay, I get it, Russ. We get it. Yeah, you sold all these records. Yeah, we get it. You made this money. Guess what? Money don't buy cool, bro. Money don't buy authenticity. It can't do it.
It don't make you a dope MC either.
It don't make you dope.
It don't.
Stick to your pop world, fam. Stick to your pop world.
Do any of you all listen to Russ?
No.
Do you all know anyone who listens to Russ?
Cypher. Huh?
Do you guys know anybody who listens to Russ? Like, who is his fan base? I don't know. I was at work and he's from Atlanta. So I figured someone in Atlanta would be like, yeah, I like Russ. Nobody that I know, even coworkers that I would not say that we're alike or in the same cipher. No one listens to him.
Well, I mean, there are people that listen to him.
Absolutely. He has tons of numbers.
Right. I just don't necessarily think they're in the abyss.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah,
definitely not. Definitely not.
Not even it's adjacent. Not at all.
So then it brings up as he becomes an independent, right? He's no longer got label backing.
He never has.
So what you do is you look at what's really, really hot and you jump in and get all of these features from underground abyss rappers, right? And what it does is it helps him break into that independent market. I'm doing all of this stuff myself. I mean, it's smart business wise.
I mean,
I feel I don't know, man. He's already an independent stalwart. That's his whole claim to fame is that he made all of his money. He made all of his influence, everything who he is. He made that as an independent artist.
No, he didn't. He was with Columbia Records.
Columbia.
He was with Columbia Records.
Yeah, he was with Columbia Records until 2018.
Well, his whole tale. Let me tell you the backstory of how I know who Russ is. With TuneCore, he's one of their like success stories. He put out a project on TuneCore, and he showed his little receipts from a year. He was putting out like a single a month every year or for a year. And he saw how you see how his streams and everything grows, his royalties grow. And he has this idea that he puts out this idea that he's this independent darling that did it from the grassroots. So if y'all are telling me that he's backed by Columbia or something like that,
he was. Oh, he announced. Yeah, he announced in 2018 that his contract was over. He had fulfilled his deal.
Yeah, he was being promoted and touted as this TuneCore wonderkind from way before that. Way before that. So y'all are making me dislike him more. Thank you. Tell me more.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, right? About like, there's like there's so many independent rappers and rappers who have started independent that like people on the industry level and the label level get involved in their career so early. And even if they're not signed, they get involved and there's still teams of people helping them. And there's still like songwriting sessions and there's still like going to being brought to bigger studios and meet and networking with all these people, right? So these independent people aren't just dudes in their rooms making music. That's not who these people are, right? Like,
that's the impression I was under, man. I was giving him the benefit of the doubt for just being some random guy who worked his way up.
No, and really, I think he got the moniker of the indie kind of is because I guess he's been trying to give advice to people on you know,
that's
what to do to be independent.
Yeah. Yeah, he pushes this whole DIY ethic like, oh yeah, man, I've made all this money. I've done all this. I've accumulated all these streams. I've done all these shows. I've sold all these copies and I've done it all myself. And I mean, nowhere in that narrative does he say anything about he was signed to some label. It all comes off as I've done it all myself, me and my team. Even in his rhymes, listen to his rhymes. Yeah, I'm better than all you guys. Wop to wop to wop. I did this all on my own. Nobody owns my receipts. Blah blah blah. Oh well, I call bullshit now. Oh, I cannot wait. Let's keep going. Oh man,
Russ, you never know.
I'm on your neck, Russ.
Hold on. It might be like you have major label backing. Say they gave him $1 million. He had to make the $1 million back, and he kept after that. If that happens, I mean, I can't really be mad at that. Like, boom, like, cool.
That's not independent, though. That's not really.
That's going independent after you've built a fan base under the name of Columbia.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he wasn't with Columbia when he blew up, though.
He's got all that networking, right? He's got all that networking, right? Like, just like it's so easy to put a level of people in place behind you that other people don't have access to when you've been connected to like that, right? And networked in like that, right? So it's an unlevel playing field for him to be independent, right? Like it's
true indeed. It's weird, man. Boom.
Let's get into practices, man.
True. I mean, a tad bit.
He's deceptive,
by the way.
I'm keeping my list of reasons I don't like him.
Hey, yo, boom. Let's get into the record real quick.
Yeah, let's dig in.
But let's have a vote real quick. Who liked the record? Go like this.
I didn't hate it.
Did you like it though? Who didn't like it?
I would bet you if I listened to it a few more times, there would probably be several songs on there I would listen to. I will say this. I don't think he can't spit bars. And although he's not, to me, anywhere near the greatest rapper, I've listened to rappers that weren't near the greatest and enjoyed them before. I think it's unfortunate that he didn't get to body anybody that he brought in on that for features. I mean, everybody took him over. And that's opinion. Well, no, that's opinion, but I just on every track.
Well, I mean, that's the truth. I mean, that's the truth. That's not just opinion. I mean, because for me personally, like, I think Russ is a whack MC. I think he's whack. So, I mean, he's not for me, right? Like when I hear those pop songs, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, you don't got to be an MC, right? Like, you don't got to be that, because you're not that. To me anyway. Like, to me personally, not. If there are bright beat moments throughout the album, like to me, there are little things on the album that like if I heard that Alchemist beat on a different record with Conway and Ghost, it wouldn't be the best song on that record, but it would fit to me. And I would be like, all right, this is cool.
Russ don't fit.
It's not, no, Russ don't fit at all, man. It sounds awkward as fuck. It sounds like it's like the phenomenon in underground rap where you got these independent dudes who aren't good, who pay for features, right? Like, oh, I got a Sean P feature. Well, you sound like out of place as fuck with Sean P, bro, because you're whack. Right. And that's like Russ. Like Russ is just playing like 5 features, right? And it's like it don't match. Like Primo said before, like shit just doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel right, man. It doesn't, and there's more to it than that, but like even when there are some beat moments,
like DJ Premier's beat. Honestly, it's not bad. It's not the greatest DJ Premier beat, but it's not a bad beat.
No, it's definitely not one of the best.
No, but there again, I think in a different setting, it's definitely a workable track.
I just don't want to hear Russ rap on that. Russ can rap because he can flow, whatever, and he flows better than rappers like the guy Fahim or per se me or other rappers. No. But no, check it out. He be in the pocket rapping, flowing on that. But it don't sound good.
No.
Then he has the same rhymes over and over again. There you go. And he said the homies claiming blood 2 or 3 times in the song, right? In the
3 different songs he said it.
Yeah, so
the homies claim blood, but I invested in crypto.
And why would you say that? Why would you be disrespectful like that to?
Because he's tough. Because he's tough.
You don't see that? Okay, boom.
That's to let you know that he's down.
When did you move down here, Primo? From Chicago.
Shit, I've been here since at least 2003. Permanently, let's say.
Okay, boom. One of your back home, if a blood homie would say that shit, or your homie is friends with Bloods and said, I got some blood homies, but I invested in crypto, you might get beat up or your head blown off for that shit.
Yeah, ain't no Bloods where I'm from, but yeah, exactly what you said.
But like, a GDs or BDs or some shit like that, we got Bloods in St. Louis. They had whole high schools that was Bloods and the whole schools that was folk and whole schools that was Crips. And if they had a program called DSEG.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So like you had like
Fallon Park. So I'm very familiar.
Oh shit!
I'm very familiar with St. Louis.
Word. So boom, you remember DSEG?
East Boogie, absolutely.
It's hot.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. That's okay. Natural Bridge Road and all that shit. Euclid and Labadee. Boom. But if you went to a different high school through DSEG, sometimes you have to drop out of school because the gang, that shit's crazy as fuck. Well, I don't think it's that bad anymore. But you can't say that. I invested in crypto? No, if you have blood homies, you're disrespectful.
He thought it was clever though. You gotta understand, he thought it was a clever rhyme and he thought he was shouting people out. Like I doubt that his guys are going to take it that deep. Number one, but
because they love him because he probably got money.
But that's him trying to get his his street tie credit, his street credit, his grime ability up.
He shouldn't have said that though. Like
he just sounds so awkward to me. He just sounds so.
It sounds weird, right?
He just said like all of his lines are awkward and they feel forced, and it's like
he's trying to.
And it's like Lukey talks about being in the pocket and the pocket, but like dudes like the God Fahim or like Lukey, because Lukey pointed out yourself too, like that shit sounds natural, right? Like that shit sounds like it sounds proper, whereas like even if he's on beat, it still sounds awkward, right? It sounds forced. It's like, and it sounds like. I don't know what I don't have another word for it, but it sounds like it just sounds soft. It comes off as soft. It comes off as
soy rap. It's the soy version. It's the Impossible Burger version of rapping.
Okay, boom. You have a regular pianist.
I don't even. Hey, no. It's the soy version. It's tofu. It's tofu chicken nuggets. Oh, you didn't know you was gonna get. You didn't know you were getting tofu. You're like, oh yeah, chicken nuggets. What the hell is this? Oh yeah, you like tofu? No, I don't.
Yeah, some of that tofu will be good as fuck. I can't front. Anyway, Professor, what you gonna say?
I want to know what beats did y'all think were like the better beats on the record?
Only one. The one with Joey Badass and Wale.
Yeah, that one was good.
That's actually a good song.
I think there were a lot of good verses on there.
The one that was produced by Hit Boy.
Yeah, ain't that crazy?
I hate that. I hate that beat because I know that sample. And I'm like, fuck, he flipped that weak. Like he flipped it. So like,
but he flips all his shit weak.
Like I don't know. I just know the sample, and I'm just like, fuck that. Like I'm just like I'm on some producer shit where I'm like, I just don't like the way he flipped it. I feel like it could be flipped better. It's a lazy flip, and the flip could be more hype. It could be better.
That's Hit Boy though. Do you like Hit Boy?
I mean, he's not someone like I check for, to be honest. though.
Man, he's not good. He's not good. And those Nas records he has are not good. They're just not good, bro. That's why I said if you produce this record for Russ, it would make sense. You know what I'm saying?
I like
none of those tracks. Stuff. What stuff?
I like some of Hit Boy's Benny tracks.
I don't even like those, yo. I didn't listen to I ain't listen to Burden of Proof 2. I ain't listen to that joint.
I like Burden of Proof 1, whichever the first.
I don't like Burden of Proof 1. I don't like Burden of Proof 1.
The one where Benny rapping in the middle of the Bills Stadium, man, that joint is hard, man.
I don't listen to that
probably just because of Benny on there. But anyway, I digress. Continue, brother. Continue.
Yeah, I don't like Hit Boy. I think Hit Boy's stuff is like boring. And this album is boring. The track 1 is called Sheep, correct?
That's right.
The first lines.
Possibly one of the wackest opening lines ever.
What do you say? I like my women's sex craze. Models trying to braid my hair in French braids.
Yes, that's what he said. But he said it. I like my girls' sex craze. Models trying to braid my hair, French braids. That may not be his cadence, but it sounded just as imagine that. It's how be like, Joe, that sound whack. Like, yeah, I'm trying to save y'all from having to listen to this.
Okay, boy, check it out. But he sounds like he rapping like Drake. And throughout the whole record, it sets it up for him being the what's my man with the eye on Naruto? Kakashi. You know what I'm saying? The copy ninja. You know what I'm saying? He copies everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
He don't have a style of his own. And that's the reason why rappers like me and the God Fahim and others who don't rap in the pocket and a little orthodox flow is like Duke Ellington. We have a style of our own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or we can flip different styles that is ours. You know what I'm saying? He don't have no identity really. It doesn't.
He does have an identity.
No, you're gonna say some waxy. Go ahead.
No. Hold on, man. Like, first and foremost, like let's put the disclaimer out here, man. This ain't gonna be us just getting down on the dude and dissing him, calling him the wackest motherfucker on the universe. I mean, so what?
Doing it right now.
That doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is like he does have a distinct sound, man. Like he has this sing-songy kind of
airy
vocal type flow, right? It's definitely a pop flow. You know what I mean? Like he ain't an MC. He's a rapper. He's a pop rapper, and he has that sound. He has the sound of like a watered down Drake. Because Drake, I would think, spit way harder than him. His voice just sounds better than him. I mean, Logic. I would argue that Russ does have a sound of his own, and I detest it.
But not on this album, though. On this album, not on this album, though, bro. No. The last song with Mosey or whatever.
Yeah, the Mozzie song was pretty decent. The Mozzie song was all right.
That's one of them songs.
I like Mozzie's verse.
Festa, that's one of the songs you probably thought was more authentic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I don't even know the song name. Yeah. Anybody got the track list?
Enjoy the View.
Yep.
Anybody had the track list?
I got the track list.
Hey,
Enjoy the View. Yeah.
Do you think these guys actually hopped on the records, or he just paid them big money? He taxed them like Miz, and they got on the record, or like what? How you think these guys got on the record? The track list is the record of the year. You know what I'm saying? Really?
But it's not.
Come on, man.
It just
I
looks
know,
like
but
it
you
is.
look like it. So how do you think he got these guys on there?
He got money. He has a budget. If you got a budget, they gonna work with you. Like, I mean, there's one thing that's for certain is that, you know, the majority of rappers are money hungry because they broke. They don't have no money. And that goes for established rappers or up and coming rappers, whoever you are. Hey, man, sorry to pull away the sheet from behind the, to see the man that's behind the curtain. But people don't be having money out here during the pandemic. I mean, they couldn't tour. So rappers, they got a huge 100%. Budget of life that they have to keep up for themselves, right? Because they've established things off of when the times were fat, and now it's the lean times. Oh yeah, I'll take 25 grand from Russ to do this verse. Sure, no problem. I'll take this 50 grand from Russ to do this verse. Sure, no problem. I bet he heard that 36 times because that's how many features he got. Absolutely.
Yo, boom. Is it really 36 though?
No, it's probably like 17, but I digress.
I mean, with all the producers, man, it's like a lot.
Oh, yeah, excuse me.
Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, you're right.
He got some great names on here. This is a dope album, technically.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, to me, the Jake won the freestyle track, the one he calls freestyle, which is hilarious, which is another hilarious
Hustler
thing.
Freestyle, yeah.
Yeah. Like that beat is like, imagine just Ransom on that beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like, like that beat, and that beat's crazy because that's a real Jake One beat because me and my boy Fresh Kills, who I mentioned earlier, him and I heard a story from Frank Dukes, who did work with Ghostface and some other people.
Frank Dukes, yeah.
And he was saying that like at one point, Sean Money XL brokered a deal for Jake One where he got him a hard drive of all Stax Records multi-tracks.
Oh, wow.
Shit.
And that's Jake One was using a lot of shit and to like get around publishing the this is like the myth is that he would like pitch things in different ways with a plugin called Melodyne and like would like just fuck with the samples and the multi-tracks and that Hustler Freestyle, man, it's got that like soul loop and like man, it just feels like it's right out of Jake One's like sample archives, man. And it's just like imagine that with a rapper versus what the hell happened on it, like
Yeah. That's how I had been on there. Oh my God, that would have been an insane song. I mean, there's some top-notch rapping on here. None of it is by Russ, but there is some top-notch fucking rapping on this album.
I mean, honestly, the first song is not that bad. It's not
good.
He just goes to many different directions and talking about women. Well, I really don't talk about that. I mean,
he says so many different things on the whole record. Like he contradicts himself on so many different subjects all the way through the record. It's like nothing feels like authentic. Again, nothing feels authentic.
And one thing for sure, shout out Russ's mom because he definitely bought her a house and like 3 cars or something. So that's what's up. I mean, I heard about that 16 times, Russ.
And
took her all over the world as you should. That's dope, man. Take care of your family and do all that. You doing that all off of your pop spins. The people who listen to Russ probably also listen to Justin Bieber. Sorry, Canadian, but that's the good Venn diagram that I could think
Logic
of.
Logic as well. I hear a lot of Logic. Yeah, I hear a lot of Logic in Russ. I feel a lot of Logic in Russ. I just because they both cornballs, yo, straight up and down. I think if they would just be them, let's go back. Logic dropped that Wu-Tang song, with the Wu-Tang Clan on there, and I thought it was horrible.
Yep.
Same thing with Russ. This album with Russ is like that Wu-Tang song, but just songs. Like I just
stretched out over a whole album.
It's stretched out. Oh yeah. It's like doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel. Logic on there does not feel right. Russ on these songs does not feel right. I can see if whoever executive produced it,
he did
not do it just. He did. Then he didn't do it. I'm telling you,
this is his brainchild. He thought, this is something. He was like, "Oh, I'll show you."
Executive produced by Russ.
Yeah, this is his
he did the best he could do,
ongoing struggle for respect. He wants to be respected.
I mean, I feel like he's
trying to you.
Yeah, I mean, be it like West Side Gun is cool right now, right? He's cool outside of the scene, right? Like he's cool in a bunch of different areas, right? So like Russ wants to be like that. He wants to like curate a record that will like do good on this team. No, man, no. That's not like
you're force feeding us Impossible burgers. I did not ask for an Impossible burger. I want Wagyu grade A #1. This ain't it.
Want that pause, want that meat, pause. Hey, yo, boom. But the biggest rapper on this record right now.
Dog.
No, it's Russ.
Russ? How so?
Yeah. Because of the numbers that he's pulling in, the biggest person. Okay, we listen to the record for the features. Russ's fans are listening to the record because Russ put it out. So point. That's why I'm thankful that he did this, but it does no justice to the culture. It does nothing. For the other rappers, it helps them out. Karl, what?
Well, I'm kind of trying to look at it from a different spin, and as far as for the culture, it's increasing the fan base and the exposure of these other artists to a whole new fan base.
Yeah. True, indeed.
To me, it comes down to, why am I a fan of the Abyss, the underground hip hop scene? Is it because they're underground? Is it because no one knows about them and I'm in some special club? No. Or is it because I wanted that 90s sound of hip hop, that fucking gritty shit, and here it is. And it's unfortunate, but it was mainstream hip hop then, and I loved it. So it's not about being in a club. It's about having this music, and the more they succeed, the more it flourishes. So the deeper that abyss will go. But we need those outside people. It can't be that small secret society. We got to spread the love and show people and share that shit. So I think there's a benefit to doing it. And when I said I didn't hate the album, I don't think it's horrible. It's not bad. I think if you're putting it to a standard of what we expect from our side of this fence, I think it's never going to stack up. But if you're looking at it from the pop hip hop side of it, what you're doing is you're graduating them to a little bit darker side of it, right? And I'm spoon feeding you little bits of it. So I think, they're going to look at it like, well, this isn't really as pop. We're looking at it like, this isn't gritty. But what you might do is meld some of those people together and expand, West Side and go down the list of all the other features that are in there. You're going to give them extra exposure.
Wow. True. This record, hold on 1 second. This right here record would have been decent in 2009, 2008, because we were searching for something good or something better because we couldn't find anything. And if this is the cream, this is the best that we could find, then this album would have been decent. It would have been but since we have so much good shit right now, it's not decent. Even with the beats on there, they were like lethargic. I think Fester said lifeless. You throw me and Socks on them beats, the album is totally different. It doesn't become soft or like not, I don't know.
One can elevate the other though.
Listen,
crafted.
Yeah, but me and Socks are not gangster rappers. We're not.
Nah, but y'all some spitters, y'all some MCs.
There you go.
There you go. What you doing?
And we're not gonna say crypto about a blood.
I mean, also when you look at the record, right? Like the record doesn't really like have like a personality as like an album, right? Like when you look at like albums that, at least rap albums that I love, there's like little skits or samples or clips from movies.
Oh, you
or
fucked
like,
that up, yeah.
Or like a narrative throughout the album, you know, or some shit that like brings the personality to like the whole record. And this record is just like a bunch of tracks that are whatever, right? And so like to me, like that's a big problem as well. It's like even the stuff that even the positive moments on the record, I get like I know I would get tired of them fast.
Isn't it more of a mixtape though?
I mean, first was an EP. Chop 1 was an EP, like 6 songs.
This is more like a mixtape, right? Because I mean, it's random different producers, like on almost every track. Well, I mean,
that's what they used to do. Not no more.
That's just an album. It's just an album.
Yeah.
The album cover was whack too. You like that shit?
No, but I
Karl.
You know, like I said, I don't want to come across like I'm getting down on Russ like continuously because
you've been the most vocal this whole time.
I have been very vocal. I feel very strongly, man. I feel like Russ is like Weird Al Yankovic. This is his Weird Al Yankovic album of
shit,
underground hip hop. Like he's trying
to kind of see that
he's parodying our love, our life, right? And he's like, I'm just gonna hop in. And I'll put this together just as good as you guys. I have the budget to afford it, right? I can get it looks like it. It looks like a duck, walk like a duck, but it's a dog.
You don't think he likes these guys? You don't think he genuinely likes?
Maybe he does.
And I think some of the guys that did features probably were happy to take the money because they were excited about doing the project. But there's no reason not to get paid.
No.
Well, man, you know, like I find that parody. Like that thought that's so on the money for me. Like it does at points feel like a parody, right? It's like I love that comparison so much because like there are points in hip hop where that shit has happened all the time, man. Like in the late 90s, like when shit was when underground was popping in the late 90s, there was all this like super weird left field hip hop that happened that wasn't really rap. And just use the name hip hop to like prop itself up, right? And it like took it just too far in one area where it wasn't part of the culture anymore, but it was using the culture to prop itself up. And like I remember at the time is when I was like, okay, I'm out on this shit now. Like this has gone a little too far for me. And it has the same. This Russ has the same feeling for me, man. So like that parody shit that like struck a chord with me because that's the feeling I get when I hear the record too, man, for real.
Yeah, I mean, it looks, like I said, again, if this was anybody else, until you hear Russ rapping, there are some really good rhymes on here. Lloyd Banks went crazy on here. Conway went crazy on here. Mozzie was going crazy. Sci-Hi the Prince. I mean, there were people, J-Elect. I couldn't even listen to that song. I'll be honest with you. I turned it off. I didn't even want to listen to it past. The Game, actually. Let's talk about
Ransom.
It was pretty good. It was a good Ransom verse, but I'm still, you know, I'm still on that Ransom in Rome Street. So this ain't the same one. You know what I mean?
Talk to the producer. That Ransom beat on this album. How did you feel about that Ransom beat?
Well, I think I said to you guys last night, man, it was a waste. It was a waste. Yeah. It's a waste because Ransom. Well, to me, Ransom's currently my favorite current MC. Like so, like for me, it's like when I see a Ransom feature.
Yeah,
I'm made it like if I knew, like if I just saw the track list and saw Ransom, I'm going to that record. I'm checking that record out. So like for me, when I heard the beat, I laughed. I was like, oh, like fuck. Man,
yo, it seemed like he didn't complete the loop correctly. something. I don't know, because I loop to make records. So all I do is loop. I don't add really no drums, no time, or nothing like that. I just loop. So I'm listening to the loop. Like, yo, how do you fuck this up? Like,
well, I mean, listen just before the Ransom verse starts in that track. the sample gets exposed a little bit more, the chop stuff.
Yeah.
And it lets a part of the sample breathe. And then you hear and you're like, oh, this could be dope. This could be dope.
Yeah, that sample right there. Oh my God,
again, you're like,
oh, you go back to the regular shit. Yeah, but that, you're right. That little part right there was what he should have sampled, not the front part. Like, what are you thinking,
Mr. Porter. Mr. Porter produced that.
Yeah.
From what is that? D12?
D12. Yeah. I thought that was Russ that produced it.
Russ. No, that's the next song. Let's keep going down the list. The next song, speaking of, you bringing up the next song, that's Bucket Hat Low featuring Papoose.
Yep.
Produced by Russ.
That was like a regular beat.
It was okay.
That shit don't move me. There you go. But I like vanilla ice cream, but like vanilla, like, yo, bro.
No, like vanilla, like just bland.
Yo, check it out. I like a lot of colors, you know what I'm saying? Like, boom, like, yeah. I know you're talking about Karl, I just had to say I like vanilla ice cream. You know what I do? Lately, I've been doing like some gel shit. I've been putting some motherfucking honey buns in the microwave. Then I be taking them out and I cut the honey buns up. I put it in the vanilla ice cream and eat it. That's fucked up. I don't know, yo, but
that is definitely some incarcerated Scarface shit right there.
Yeah, because the honey buns is money.
It sounds fire though.
Yeah. I'm thinking about trying it actually.
Interesting.
Hey, yo, all right. Have y'all ever had some shebangs?
Little maple syrup on top of it all?
Word. No, never. That's too much. I don't want to catch the sugars, Karl. Oh my God, you got the sugars.
Get the diabetes.
Diabetes.
They got the sugar.
Straight up, it was in the news in Canada today. It's like a little aside. It was in the news in Canada that we've had to go into our maple syrup reserve in Canada.
Yeah, I saw that. That's crazy. How is that?
We got a reserve of maple syrup in Canada. That's like not a stereotype. That's like a real thing.
Insane.
And we had to tap into that today. It's a national emergency, yo.
People at the house having too many flapjacks, eh?
That shit is serious.
This motherfucker, you say, hey, yo, boo, what the fuck? Is the shipping fucked up over there?
Supply chain, man. I guess I don't know, man.
But it's all domestic, right? Like maple syrup is a product of
Canada,
I know.
Right? I know.
Yeah,
man,
but you gotta have people to go out and get it from the trees.
Oh, that is true.
But also, there's the driving shortage. You don't know how many drivers are sitting at my job who say, "Man, drive. You can make like $2,700 a week." Man, I drove 2 days and I made $1,200. Man, just go on the road for a year, drive the truck because they hiring drivers left and right. I'm like, oh shoot, man, they got people at the yard just getting 2 or 3 loads, and they gotta tell them to stop driving because you can't. So boom, supply chain, I guess. Shortage of drivers and stuff. I think they fired a lot of people for different reasons, or they don't want to come.
A lot of people probably quit because they were just like, "Look, y'all ain't paying me enough." Because I heard that's a thing out here. A lot of people's wages
they boosted back up,
weren't matching up to the work they were doing, and now that's why these shortages really are happening. Is because a lot of workers and employees were like, "Hey, man, I don't need to do this. I'm out."
You also had the largest percentage of the workforce were baby boomers.
Ooh.
All at that age to retire right now.
That's big too.
Done.
That's major.
And it's replaced with millennials, which is a very small group. So there's going to be a lot of jobs left over.
Wow.
Just facts.
Wow.
So all the baby boomers retired. I think Russ needs to retire after this record. You know what I'm saying?
He probably will.
For real.
Probably will.
Man, I think the whole wolf imagery is hilarious to me.
That shit was stupid, man. That shit didn't even look cool.
Peace to the sun, moon, and stars, man, woman, the child, all that, yo. Go over there to the Patreon page, subscribe to the Patreon page, the Crimefaces The Abyss Podcast, know what I mean? You get exclusive content, extra videos, content for me and Karl, and some other things. You subscribe to our different levels, you get free stuff, know what I mean? Every month you get free stuff, like a mug, a sticker, a hoodie, some ill shit, know what I mean? Shout out to Crime App for this right here. But yeah, go over there and subscribe to the Patreon. Y'all get some exclusive content. Like a video I did about Tochi. Know what I mean? I called him Tucci, but his name is Tochi. But boom, I thank y'all for all watching this podcast, watching it, tuning in everywhere. Go subscribe to the Patreon, know what I mean? Boom, 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 boom. Get more exclusive content from me, Karl, and PrimoJAB, know what I mean? Boom, peace and love. Back to the podcast.
Man, I don't know what's up with this dude. I don't get dude. What's the next track though?
All right, how many more track? No, we got a lot more. Too many. All right, so the next track is Nothing New, which has a janky ass hook sung by Russ, featuring The Game, produced by High Tech. The Game went crazy on there. The Game spit solid raps on there. The High Tech beat is definitely decent. It definitely sounds like High Tech, Dr. Dre-esque beat.
It's okay. I think High Tech has been okay for the last 14 years.
Talk that talk. Exactly.
Word.
Bring back mood.
I don't know what happened.
He
probably had to change over. He needed to change over. I think he had some artists when they change over to the newer tools don't have that same sauce as they used to have. You know what I'm saying? Maybe possibly.
I don't know, man.
What did you change from analog to digital? Fester, you changed the analog to digital.
Did I change from analog to digital?
Yeah. When did you change? What? Okay, boom. You've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, man. It's been like when I started, it was like learning on analog, but the switch was just happening. So I learned on a bunch of analog shit, and then the switch happened immediately. So I switched with it. So for me, because I switched early but learned on the analog, I felt like I had an extra insight as to what was happening on the digital side of things. So I was lucky. I didn't get hampered by the change. You know what I mean? Because I was still too new to be struck by it. You know, the change didn't affect me because I hadn't put in that work yet. You know what I mean? I hadn't put in that 10,000 hours or whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? I hadn't hit my stride, so it didn't break me off my groove. I just had this old school knowledge from the dudes I learned from and putting in my own work, and then it switched to digital. So I never got thrown off. But I think that's a good point though, man. I think that does happen, man. When if cats are in a certain groove and they're forced to change technology, that does affect their sound and what they do.
True indeed. Premier said he didn't want to. Premier said he didn't want to. RZA, when he had to switch over, he never been the same. Never been the same. Now Karl has a background of hardcore metal and stuff, so he has those influences right there to bring over. So he's fresh and new. None of that changing is affecting him at all, and it's just coming out to be dope because that's what you hear right here. That's what you're putting on it. So it's cool. It's cool. So I see how your shit did too, yo. I get it.
It's funny you mentioned analog too, because I was telling Big Ghost I had for a while, and I wish I hadn't gotten rid of it. But I actually had a reel-to-reel 8-track recorder in my possession, and I was still just too new at recording, and digital was pretty much where everything was at. So I never really dug into it, and then I ended up getting rid of it. And to this day, I wish I still had it.
Yeah, you probably could sold that for some good money right now.
No, could you imagine what I could have done with it? Fuck.
Yeah.
You
keep that analog sound.
Well, and that's part of the reason why I'm not a big fan of buying vinyl. I like the vinyl for the artwork, but you're taking a digital piece of music and you're putting it on an antiquated disc. The reason that vinyl was great back in the 70s wasn't because the pops and the cracks, that you would hear. It's because the music was recorded on analog and then put onto that disc, and it captured that real full sound. So you can listen to a record today, that was pressed today, from something that's digital, and you can say it sounds a little more full than the CD. But the difference between something that's recorded in analog versus something recorded in digital, there's a difference.
Future Wave said that he has 3 mix downs. So you mix it for the record. This is right, Fest? A record mix, a tape mix, and a CD mix. And the CD mix is the one. Yeah, I don't know. But I don't know nothing about that shit.
Well, that's the thing, man. That's the thing. It's not a lot. I don't think that happens a lot. There's only certain producers or people that know that, if you are going to be putting your shit on vinyl, you need to think about that all the way through the process, right? Yep. Because just like what Karl said, right? You're not doing it analog. Although some producers have analog pieces of gear and they do some stuff, but you do got to be. That's got to be front of mind when you mix a record. because it's going to come out not sounding quite right on the record, and that's just the truth. Unless it doesn't surprise me. Like, I don't know for sure that Future Wave does that, but as soon as you said that, that makes sense to me, because he's a producer to me. When I hear his stuff, I could tell he knows. I could tell he knows what he's doing right away.
Conscious of the little stuff.
I can hear it in the way he mixes his shit, and the way he samples, and the way he flips his stuff, and his composition, man. Like, it doesn't surprise me to hear that at all. Like, in fact, it immediately makes sense to my ear that that's what he does, because you can just hear it in the quality of what he does on his projects.
Right.
So indeed, forgive me if that wasn't Future Wave who said that, but I'm 97% sure that was Future Wave who said that in the message. You know what I'm saying?
Even if not, man, he's the quality of producer with his shit sounds like on a record, where he definitely thinks about putting things on vinyl, right? And that kind of thought didn't go into this Russ record.
No, that's for sure. Polished, way too.
But
polished.
They are. Don't be surprised. Grimy. But don't be surprised if this record. Pro Dylan just said it's already selling his own vinyl, and don't be surprised if he has Russ the Wolf album cover with blood in his eyes and 187 and Griselda on the back, selling t-shirts and hoodies.
He got merch. He definitely got merch.
Yeah, you're gonna have the champion hoodies with 187.
Will he have an Obi strip too, like everybody else?
Yes, it is.
I promise you, there will be an Obi strip.
And he's gonna have his face in French braids. He's gonna have French braids on the record cover. Yeah,
his fans are gonna be like, "What the hell is this? What? Why is there an extra piece?
Do I eat off this?
Yeah, I don't.
Do I eat off this
record?
Vinyl? What is a vinyl for?
I just want to stream.
I got a plate mat.
Man, anyway, moving on past that. Great discussion, guys. Let's keep it together. Song number 5. We have more to go. This song is called Salute, and it features West Side Gun and Styles P, and it's produced by Ninth Wonder.
Hey, yo, this is a throwaway Ninth Wonder beat.
Yep.
It sounds like somebody who's trying to do a Ninth Wonder beat.
So I don't think so. We're all in the agreement that
I could have said that about most of the tracks, though. Not a Ninth Wonder, but just it's not quite a premier beat, but it's a premier beat. It's not quite an Alchemist beat, but it's an Alchemist beat.
Why did he pick these?
Because these are the names that make sense. These are the names that he wants to connect with us.
Why did he pick the beats?
Because it's just a name brand. It's like people that go to the store and buy the polo shirt just because it's a polo. You understand what I'm saying?
But yeah, they get the weakest one.
The weakest, the lamest, jankiest one that just has a big old polo sign across it that nobody else, no low heads are rocking, but they getting it just to get it because it's a low shirt. Like, yeah, I got it.
It's a whack fit too, right? They get the wrong fit.
The wrong fit.
It's like hanging weird, or it's tight in the weird places. It's.
I one up y'all. You know what I'm saying? We got the over there by Center Court, PrimoJAB. You got the value mall. You know what I'm saying? You go in there, you get a polo shirt with the polo sign on the left-hand side. And you know your shit bootleg.
Yeah. Chinaman polo.
That's what this was. Yeah, that's what this shit was.
I was trying to see if Primo's dope hoodie was a bootleg. That looks legit.
No, this is legit.
You get that from
Shout
M80?
out to Big Ghost.
Big Ghost. It's the Lost tapes. The Ghost face.
You get that from
Ghost face.
I got mine from M80. It's a half blue, half white. Hey, yo, it sounds like no disrespect. It sounds like an M80 record because all the features.
It sounds just like absolutely right. Like it's a project that was put together by pieces and bits and pieces.
But they say his name though. They say his name though, so that those are his verses.
No, of course they did it for him. He paid them.
Paul.
There's no shame in that. He paid them.
No, but to expect continuity out of the whole album would be foolish just because it's not. It's not going to flow from one to another. It's not going to give you the feel of a story or some epic tale. It's a guy that got a bunch of guys to help him out and make something that's going to be a well-recognized piece.
I think you just said it again. And Fester, you said it earlier. It's like the aesthetic, the real grimy, the hip, and we keep going back to grimy, but let's take grimy out of it. The real hip hop boom bap world, the aesthetic that we're into, where you have samples of movie samples or some sort of coherent theme that ties it together, that gives it a feel. You know what I mean? That is absent from this project. This is just a bunch of songs with features produced by a bunch of dudes that you and I would all like off of first glance. Like, oh shit, I want to check this out. This is a bait and switch. I keep saying it. It's a bait and switch.
Cornball God.
I'm
nice try, God.
I'm gonna stay the romantic and say he was trying to bring people together. Somebody's got to stay.
You've enlightened me by saying that. I agree with that. You know what? Because it's going to bring the pop people down, and it's going to bring us up, and we'll all meet in the middle and be like, "What the fuck is this?"
And that's what happened. PrimoJAB said he unified the culture off this album. And he unified. Yeah. What's the next one though? All right. So the next one is called Faith, featuring Jadakiss, produced by our favorite Russ himself.
I mean, I can't get with these. I can't get with these Russ beats. I can't like this. I
don't like it. I don't like the beat specific. I think it's a very whack beat, Russ. I'm sorry. This is my first direct slander towards you. Sorry, Russ. This beat is not. That ain't hitting. That ain't the beat that Jadakiss needed to be spitting on. Mm-hmm. It's a good beat for Russ by himself. I can see that spinning at the the 18 and up club where Russ music gets all the plays. It's probably spinning on the CW. This
motherfucker said 18 and up club. Man. Yeah. Hey, what's the next song, bro? Let's speed through this right now. Let's speed through this.
Okay, we go Free, featuring Big Crit, Snoop Dogg, produced by DJ Premier.
And that's when Russ said that his first placement was from Snoop Dogg.
From Snoop, yeah. Now that's dope. Shout out Snoop Dogg, man. Snoop Dogg is a legend in the game.
I love Snoop.
He really does work with a lot of people that, he just gives people shots. Mm-hmm. So I salute him for that. I mean, if he gave Russ a placement back in the day, that's dope as shit. I'm happy for Russ getting the placement as a producer.
Isn't he the head of Def Jam right now?
He's now the president of Def Jam. That's dope. Man. Come on, man. Who would have signed
Benny?
Just signed Benny. Come on, man. Snoop Dogg is a legend. He's an icon.
In everything that he does, he's amazing.
Absolutely. He is a pop culture phenomenon.
Yep. If he signs Russ, then I'm going to be mad at him.
Nah, he ain't going to sign Russ. Yeah. Russ is independent, remember?
Rusty Trombone. Hey, yo, boom. What's the
Pause.
Definitely.
Here we go. Track number 8.
Top of the World.
Top of the World featuring J Elect. He got J Electronica, produced by Harry Fraud. Wow.
2 different songs. 2 different songs, yo.
No.
Top of the World, number 8.
It sounds like 2 different songs.
Yes. Absolutely. It's mismatched.
Sorry.
I'm surprised that Russ even knows who J Elect is. I feel like this was Russ just saying, hey, I got money. I hear J Elect is the guy that people like. Let me go get J Elect.
I think he likes these guys' music. He likes everybody you put on there. He likes that music. He wants to make that type of music, but he's not good at this type of music. So
he admires these people. He doesn't like them. Like, he's not a fan of them. He admires the fact that they're respected as hip hoppers. You understand what I'm saying? They have what he wants to be.
Them. Come on. Do y'all don't think you can like them but not make the same music?
No, and I feel the same. I feel the same as Lukey on that. I totally think that you can do one style, whether it's he wanted to be pop hip hop or whether his deal with Columbia kind of forced him into that. But even if it was something he wanted to do, he could still be a fan of gritty hip hop.
But I'm pretty sure Prince like Wu-Tang. Prince ain't making fucking Wu-Tang records. He like, nah.
Biggie or Michael Jackson loved Biggie Smalls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he ain't going down there talking about
and Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney, yep.
Word. So yeah, word. Fuck it. I don't know, man. It's whack. Anyway, next joint.
Note to self: Big Sean, Whale, Joey Badass,
Wale.
and Hit Boy.
Wale. Hey, yo, boom. Every time I hear Wale, I be like, yo, man, I wonder if my Georgia Power bill is due. Man, I wonder if I left the light on in the closet. Like, dang, yo, is JC crying? Yeah, that's why I'd be like, the Wale. Oh man, my baby. Oh shit. Oh, man, why did I lock my door in my car? Oh man, yo, duh, I gotta work tonight. Yeah, I gotta work every night. Oh shit. Oh man. Man. I wonder like fingernails, like how do they grow? Oh shit, Wale snapping. Yeah, he going in, huh? Oh man, my watch isn't right. Oh shit. I gotta set this. Oh wait, Wale, he's snapping, bro. Yo, he's still rapping? Oh, okay. Every time I hear Wale, that's what I be like. I be forgetting he be rapping, yo. Except one song, 90210. No, not really, because I don't know none of the verses 90210. I just know the hook. 90210. 90210. I don't know none of the words. But anyway, that's what I feel about Wale.
Hear me out. Wale is the Black Russ. Wale is the Black Russ. He has the same desire for respect and the same grudge that Russ has. He wants to be honored and respected. I mean, yeah, he's not. Don't get me wrong, right? He's almost a Russ. He's almost Russ with his attitude of no one respects me. People don't. I've been putting out hits. You know, why the ladies love me, etc. These are all themes that you'll hear from Russ, Wale and Russ.
Before Wale switched over to being a pop artist or a pop rapper, Wale Dance was excellent. The feature he had on The Roots, Rising Down, was excellent. And I thought there was high hope that he had the Seinfeld mixtape, correct? And it wasn't that bad, even though I don't remember no songs. I don't remember except Wale Dance. But it wasn't bad.
I wanted the best for Wale, man. You know, I like DC. And I was excited to hear somebody coming from DC. And being that he's from the diaspora as a Nigerian, I was excited to hear him spit. Yo, boom. You know what I mean? Ding, ding, ding. Oh, take a shot. I'm gonna fight you. Go ahead, Fester. Go ahead.
I think Lukey, you nailed it, man. It was right around that Seinfeld mixtape period where he started to transition into something else that wasn't it anymore, you know?
And he grew locks, and then he started doing that song called Bait. I was like, this ain't Wale. Oh my God, it's Wale. Oh, I'm done. It's a rap. Oh, then he signed with Maybach Music. Oh, man, and my homie Pill. You know Pill, right?
I only know of him from around you.
Yeah, Pill. I can't really get into that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, hold your head.
No homo.
All right, moving on. Oh yeah, and not only was Wale on there, Big Sean was on there, and Joey Badass. Joey Badass did it pretty decent on there. If you check him for Joey Badass,
I kind of
produced by Hit Boy.
I kind of like. It's a good track. I kind of like Big Sean's verse, but then he sounds like he's rapping like J. Cole or Drake again.
Big Sean got a grudge out here against the world too, but Big Sean, I don't feel like he's as upset because you know. He's living. Big Sean living good. He got Janaea Cole or whatever her name is. He's doing okay.
Eat a booty. I bet he eat a booty like groceries.
He took it. No, whoever he took from Puffy. He took her from Puffy.
Yeah, booty like groceries. That's
Yikes.
what she said. That's what she's known for.
Earmuffs, kids.
My daughter ain't in here. Earmuffs.
All right. No, yeah. Moving on. Here we go. Song number 10. Here we go. This is Fes's favorite. Hustlers Freestyle, produced by Jake One. Shout out Jake One, man. The white van, man. I mean, it would have been a raw beat if Russ wasn't on it.
Yeah, man. It's a hot instrumental. Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. No disrespect, Russ, but I mean, that ain't your speed, bro. That ain't for you.
You're gonna get called to put that in Adobe or whatever to take the vocals out so we can freestyle over it. Or steal the sample.
For real. Remix it with some dope rappers on it.
Yeah. We're gonna put Riff Raff. I'm joking.
Hey, man, shout out Jody High Roller, man. That's my man. I play basketball.
He plays basketball?
Oh yeah, Jody can hoop.
Oh no, he's not. I forgot he's nice. I forgot. He's decent. Thank you. He really is nice.
Oh, I just gave you a TV show. You're welcome.
Yeah, there you go. I hope this does not air before. I hope A-Son.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Keep that in your pocket.
Yeah, A-Son. But A-Son gonna watch this, yo.
For a small fee, I can edit it out.
Boom. Keep it going, man. We almost there.
Here we go. Yeah, we said what we need to say about that. All right, here we go. We're almost there, guys. Only 4 more songs left. Track number 11, Distance. Now, this one has Conway and Ghostface on it, and it's produced by The Alchemist. Conway went crazy on here. And Ghost, actually, this is Ghost sounding very good on here.
Yes.
Sounding
like 100%.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And earlier when I said, you know, there were a few, if I listened to it a few times, there would probably be a few tracks that I would really like.
Yep.
This is one of them. Because they both bodied that really, really well. And as an Alchemist beat, it's not my favorite, but it's a good beat and it works really well with what they're doing. I could get past Russ.
Yeah. So. Exactly. Unfortunately, in case you hadn't noticed the theme, most things are pretty good on here except for Russ.
That's horrible.
But anyway, Ghost definitely sounded rejuvenated. I was very happy about that.
You sound like Ghost.
Hey, I'm a huge Ghost fan. So I mean, I was like, it wasn't, don't get me wrong, it wasn't Wildflower Ghost. Nothing will ever be that. And I'm not expecting that because Ghost is an elder statesman at this point.
No.
But
Ghost is definitely capable. If Blue Armor on that more Fish album.
Blue Armor, come on.
Right there. Did you mix that, Festa?
No, but I can tell you a quick Ghostface story though, for real. Can I tell a
of course.
Do Ghostface story? Yeah. So Ghost and Ray came up to this area and did like toured around, and I got called in by the promoter to be like the DJ for the couple shows in the Loop in this area, right? Because they didn't have a DJ with them. And Ghost and Ray are mad. We're so mad cool, man. And like the first night they met, they invited me in to help plan the set. And it was so ill to see the way that those guys think about putting together a set, because Ray is so like, Ray knows all the lyrics. When you putting beats together, he'll spit other people's rhymes that are on the beats. He's like, oh, this track has this verse from you, Tone, and he'll like rhyme Ghost's verse, and he'll get excited about where to place tracks because of rhymes. Where Ghost is like constantly cracking jokes the whole time, and we're going on in Halifax, and they're so late. We're way behind, like hour and a half, 2 hours after they're supposed to go on, and the crowd is like,
I've always known them to be punctual.
No, man, they're like shaking the building, bro. They're like going woo, woo, and like the building's moving. They're shaking so hard. And at one point, Ghost gets offended. He's like, "Wait a minute." He's like, "Are they saying woo, or are they saying boo?" And he gets like, it was the only time he was upset the whole time. And then someone from the corner goes, "They're saying woo," and he was like, "Oh, all right." But you're like, but like you're right, man. To hear him rejuvenated on this is so ill. You know what I mean? Because those cats, to me, like Ghost is a dude almost like Marcy, or like he's like almost like one of the forefather figures of the current scene to me. Like him and Ray. Absolutely. You know, like to me, like they always occupy that same space when I think about this current shit that's happening. So to see him like on a project like this, people are gonna come to this fucking project and check this shit out, because it's got all the fucking signposts and all like the signals, like it's virtue signaling for the Abyss.
Yeah, bait and switch.
You know what? I mean? Yeah,
it's a mirage.
Dog whistles.
It was a mirage. We was thirsty, and like we saw a fucking lake in the desert, and all of a sudden, and it wasn't no lake. It was just more sand. But luckily, we living on the oasis. We didn't really need this record. Thanks.
Yeah.
We didn't really need it.
Hey, shout out to Conway too. Conway went crazy on that.
Yeah, thanks, Conway. Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Well, what's the next joint?
All right.
Karl, you got something to say about the record?
No. I thought the Oasis analogy was a little harsh.
I mean, we live on the Oasis.
I mean, I at least found a cactus or two that had some moisture in it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but did you have a machete to fucking cut it open?
That's what I was just about to say. You need a machete.
I'm Canadian. We make do, son.
Yeah, but you're gonna hurt yourself.
Nah, he got his Roots hoodie on, man. He just bopped that thing and cracked open and extract the moisture.
Hey, yo, no homo. Them things this thick. Real shit.
Yeah, they powerful.
Them shits, yeah, I wore that shit yesterday. My Roots hoodie. That shit is another level. Yeah. It is. I can't front. Yep. Sorry, champion. There goes my sponsorship. Anyway.
Oh.
Word.
I got Here we go. Here we go. Look, we're almost there. 3 songs left. Here we go. My favorite song on the album sounds crazy, but this is my favorite song on the album. Get It, featuring Sci-Hi the Prince and Lloyd Banks, produced by Static Selector. Lloyd Banks went. Awesome. Lloyd Banks went off. That's excellent rhyming. Sci-Hi the Prince he's a technical rhymer. He gets down. I don't have nothing bad to say about him. It's it didn't really like grab me like that. Lloyd Banks
still better than Russ.
I was like, yo, what the fuck? Yeah. Lloyd Banks was going crazy. What'd you say, Karl?
It was still better than Russ.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a given. I haven't even said anything about the gentleman yet. We're not going to talk about him. No, that's a given. We know Russ didn't do anything on it. I mean, maybe he did, but this is the one where he says something about, some of my homies are blood, but my mama lives seaside.
What's that mean?
I guess he bought her a house by the ocean or something like that.
But way to go, blood homie. What's blood homie
your mama? And he has blood homies, man. Shout out.
Why does the blood homie seaside shit? All right,
because come on, he's clever, man. Stop hating on his style.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
I digress. Selected, decent beat, cool beat, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
Okay, 2 more.
All right, here we go. Moving on. Number 13. As Fester noted, the most Russ appropriate beat and song on here, Enjoy the View, featuring Mozzie, produced by Bink. It sounds like Russ should have been on this song. This was the song that...
Who's Bink?
Bink is, he produced for, who'd he produce for? Busta Rhymes a bunch. Bink is a serious dude out here. I can't think. I mean, I think he did some of the Ghostface stuff, or maybe on the Big Doe Rehab.
See.
I mean, he's a 2000 era producer. Okay. But yeah, I feel like he came up under.
Sounds like 2000.
Just Blaze. I feel like he came up under Just Blaze or something.
This album does feel like 2008, 2009. But not done that well. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
kind of like how somebody tried to do an album. It would sound like Death Grips. Oh, Yeezus. Yeezus sound like a Death Grips album done poorly. Did that make sense?
And it's weird about that, saying it's like that era, but not done well. When I first saw the back track list, I had to double take because it looks like the back of Well Done by Bronson.
Oh yeah, it does.
Bronson with that with the clip art mouth and the red color, and it kind of had that same vibe as is that Static in Action Bronson? Is that who that album is?
Yeah, that was. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah,
that's actually a really good record.
It is a really good record, but it's that era too, right? It's that era, that 2010, 12 or whatever, right?
Yeah, that's before Rare Chandeliers and all that shit. That album right there has probably one of the best starts I ever heard. The Danny Brown Triple X album, starting out the first 3 or 4 or 5 tracks, I love them shits. And they got Nina Sky on that record. I'm like, Nina Sky, what happened to them? Anyway, boom, yeah.
Hey, shout out to are y'all familiar with Mozzie? Do y'all listen to him at all? Have you heard him, or do you know of him as a rapper?
I'm not actually. No.
Let me tell you something. Mozzie is this dude from Sacramento. He is very creative with his slang. He is a great rapper. He's a dope MC. He's on some gangbanging shit. He a Cali gangbang up north Cali dude. I mean, I don't want to take it away, but I'm just saying stylistically, that's what his subject matter leans to. But his delivery and just his mastery of the language, I mean, he's a special dude. So take a second, check out Mozzie. Mozzie does very well on there. Just listen to how he plays with the words on there. On this song in particular, man, if you're listening to the Russ album, I'm just saying. If not, just find some Mozzie stuff and check him out. He's decent.
I'm not gonna listen anymore. I'm not gonna listen anymore. I'm gonna go listen to Mozzie. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Or just skip all the steps and just go straight listen to Mozzie. Yeah. Oh, okay, here we go. We did it, guys. Finally at the last song. Golden. Golden, produced by Boy Wonder.
Who's Boy Wonder?
He's another 90s era or 2010-ish era producer. I've seen his
Golden
name
Shower.
Golden Shower.
That's what it be called, yo. Hey, yo,
It's
boom, check it
not a
out.
good song.
I used to date this dominatrix.
I don't like
and, she told me that she went to this this retreat where they had a whole bunch of doms in film. What do you call them? The ones that subs, the ones that like do what they say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, submissive.
So like pets, they're the pet. So one pet came up to it wasn't her pet, came up to her and said, "Mistress, can I ask her a question?" It's like, "Yes, ask question." He said, "Golden shower, $5,000." She's in my homegirl did not know what a golden shower was. So she called me and said, "I don't know what to do." And so like the other mistress said, "Come with me." They went to the bathroom and the other mistress peed on him. And they spit the $5,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Word. So you mean to tell me girls out here getting paid 5 stacks to pee on people?
Fam, girls out here getting paid $2,000 for dirty panties.
Oh, trust me, it gets so much worse than that.
Feet pictures. Do you understand the type of depraved individuals that exist on the planet Earth?
Hot Karls.
Oh, no, not a hot Karl.
Unfortunately, it's named after me. But yeah. Not because of me. Not because of me.
No, not because of you.
No.
Two different things. No. Not related. No relation.
Nope.
Hey, yo, the worst one I heard was
welcome to the show, Fester. He's like, what the hell?
The worst one I heard was invisible bottomless boat is when you like take some saran wrap and you put it on a chest and you shit on it.
What do you call it? A glass bottom boat?
No, invisible bottomless boat or something like that.
That's like called like a Kansas City steamer or something. Also,
there's
Cleveland steamer.
There are more than you can count.
What's a Shirley Temple? No,
a Tennessee firecracker.
Oh my God, yo!
There's a bunch of them, and some of them are really horrible. Eskimo pies.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Eskimo brothers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out all my skimos out there.
Shout out to No Emotion. He said, "We're best friends and we're Eskimo brothers." That's what I know what to say.
Hey man, that's a real thing. Hey man, that's a brotherhood. You know, that's definitely a brotherhood. Man.
I'm good. I don't want to be Eskimo brothers with nobody. None. Y'all cool.
You just don't know if you are.
I might. I hope. I don't want to know.
And yeah, some people don't want to know. Some people do want to know. Some people just find out accidentally.
Mario Winans. I don't want to know if the Eskimo brothers keep it on the low. No. But is that the last? Is that the last joint?
That was the last joint.
Gentlemen, we have made it. That was the last joint.
I need final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Russ. Oh, shout out God Bless Beats. He's been sending memes all day about it. He says Russ looks just like Kenny G.
Facts. Maybe he is Kenny G. Maybe he spawned out of Kenny G's. He spawned out of Kenny G's arm. Yeah.
Yo, can I say what? At one point, I was listening to the record, and my wife walked in the studio from upstairs, and it was during a Russ verse, and she asked me what I was listening to, and I told her I'm listening to this Russ album, and I explained to her who was on it and shit. And she said, "This is hip hop. Like this is like she didn't recognize it as rap music.
Mm-hmm.
Like she was like, she's like, this doesn't sound like. She was like, this is rap. This is hip hop. Like it didn't even register to her. Like she knows some of the other artists because she hears me playing it, or I mean, she's got good taste too. But she's got more of a broad. Like she listens to so much different styles of music. And her immediate reaction when she walked through was like, I wasn't listening to a rap record, right? So I thought that was interesting. Just that quick snap of someone who's not even in the same mindset as me. Like I like to pick apart music all the time. You know what I mean? Like rap music, especially as a producer and a DJ. But her, she's just like, it's just first impression. It's like, she likes what she likes. There's no There's no like deeper thing. It's just like, what are you listening to? And to her, it didn't sound like rap music.
That's amazing to me. I agree with that. I agree with that. That's kind of sad though. That's why I kept on saying if you produced it, it would have sounded okay. The album is very cohesively lame. So the beats that he picked were cohesive to make the record sound good. That's not. Am I making sense? It sounds like
there's a difference between cohesive and having a similar theme.
Mm-hmm. True, but I want the similar theme and it sounds
cohesive means it goes together. Like there's a
it
flow.
all goes together.
There
like
isn't. There's a common theme of very kind of whitewashed, almost Abyss music.
That's those beats sound like they go together though. All those beats go together. They sound like they go together to me. There's no highlight or no banger in there, but all the music sound musically the same. So like you got an album called Water for Chocolate or Black on Both Sides, Most Def, Common. All those tracks sound great together. Reflection Eternal sound great together. Triple X, Danny Brown, it sounds great together because they sound cohesive. They go together. But this album sounds like that, but whack. How can you have all these features on there and fail? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, that don't make sense.
He didn't fail, though. I mean, again, like the point that has been being made is that he brought together these two worlds. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And he didn't. It's not pop enough for the pop people. It's like too grimy for the pop people. It's too pop for the grimy people. And we're all unified in the middle, listening to Russ. And that's who he is. Like, if he stays to being himself as just this pop rapper, because he's a rapper. He's not an MC. He's a rapper. That's the first and foremost. But he has this grudge. He has this internal struggle of
chip on his shoulder.
A chip on his shoulder. I keep going back to that. Absolutely. Thank you, Karl. He just wants this acceptance. He wants to be accepted. He's accomplished so much. He's sold so many records. He's made a lot of money independently. Somebody like him, let's just say, the short Italian white kid rapper is a household name for somewhere in America. He's a household name, right? Because he's doing great streaming numbers. He's selling a lot of records. But as far as in this circle where we are, it ain't about that. You know what I mean? It's about skill. It's about a lot more artistic feeling, and the criteria for that. This is just a superficial representation of what we're doing or what we embrace in this world. And that's why it comes across hollow. It comes across gentrified, stale, bland. It needs some flavor. He tried, and I see what he was trying to do. And like you said, the benefit, and let's give him a shout out. The benefit is that he's going to expose a whole world that only was listening to Ariana Grande or whatever the case is to people like Ransom. He's going to introduce them to people like Sci-Hi the Prince, J-Elect even. You know what I mean? Like they're going to all be like, oh, who are these guys on this Russ album? They're pretty cool. Maybe I'll check them out. Maybe I'll check out Mozzie, So that's he did good on that part. I'll give him a prop for that. You get one prop, Russ.
And can we all unanimously agree that the people that featured on this all pretty much brought a game? Like there were a lot of really good bars from the features, right?
I think so.
So when you're looking at that transition of bringing those both sides, no one from our side is going to hate on any of the people that featured on that because they represented.
Yeah, they did. They got the assignment. They did what they do. No one deviated. No one tried to come up to Russ level.
No one sold out and went pop for his record.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, it made him look weaker in just the balance of what that is.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think it made him look weaker. I think it just showed everything that he is not, you know what I mean? And that's again, if you listen to the themes of what Russ is rapping, that's his themes of not being kind of accepted regardless of these accolades that he's gotten from the people, his fans, the people who like him. And he's like, yeah, that's cool. You guys like me and all, but I want these guys to like me. I want to be down with these guys. I want them to respect me also. And they're all like, okay, I guess, yeah, you're cool. And all of us as listeners, we're like, you know, of our world of listeners, we're like, come on, Russ, stop it.
All right. But as a guy coming from heavy metal into a hip hop genre, I'm looking for that same level of respect.
Yeah.
I'm looking for that. And there again, what's my street cred? You know, I mean, grew up in
hardcore ain't pussy.
Well, I mean, you know, you even though you're cool with blood, you got crypto.
But Karl,
such a corny line.
We got, so corny. Hey, Russ, your line, that rhyme sucks, Joe.
I mean,
yo, clever.
I mean, like, to me, like, I don't understand, like, why are we here at a spot where people need to pretend that there's something else? You know what I mean? Like Karl's talking about Karl's coming from a heavy metal scene, like.
But I've always been a hip hop.
It doesn't matter as long as you're authentically who you are and you're true about like, if you like this music or you're a part of it, and you know what I mean, like, it don't matter as long as it's authentic coming from you. And then like, it's okay that Russ is a pop rapper. It's okay. It's okay that he's popular. It's cool.
That's cool.
It's cool. You know, like, it's not a big deal. Like, we can. You know, like, but like I just when this try hard shit happens, it's just so unappealing to me. You know what I mean? Like, and honestly, like, listening to this record twice now, like, after this podcast, man, like, I need to go listen to a cohesive, dope album where I'm not trying to skip something. I need to go listen to like you know, like, I need to go listen to like Riggs and Mooch and Big Ghost's album. Ooh, there's an album, you know, like, that's a classic to me because I can, like, you can get lost in that record. You can get lost in that, listening to that record. And this Russ record, to me, like, that's the stark differences to me. Is like, I get lost in this album. I'm like hitting fast forward every 30 seconds.
I had to force myself to play these songs. I had to force, even with the people on there, I had to force myself to don't push the button. Don't go to next. No, we got to listen to this.
Well, and you said it, it's the authenticity. And the biggest part of why this is not a successful record as far as quality in my ears, because I'm sure it'll make a lot of money. I have no doubt it'll be successful that way. But as far as a successful, cohesive album that I would enjoy, it's because you can't throw money and get authenticity. That's true. There's no amount of money that's going to buy you authenticity. And in a genre where that's so important, it just becomes lost.
My final thoughts on this album is, bear with me, fellas. If he didn't toss money at these people and these people genuinely like him, I think they didn't. They're bad friends. Real shit. And like I said before, this reminds me of the 03-04 Lakers. You had Karl Malone, Gary Payton, Derek Fisher, Kobe, Shaq. You had all these Hall of Fame players.
Couldn't win.
And yeah, you couldn't win. You had Kareem Rush coming off the bench. And that's Russ. Somebody who plays in the game, who got drafted, but he really didn't do that much. You know what I'm saying? He's a big name. He's All-American Player of the Year candidate for Missouri. I'm from Missouri. He come in the game, turned the ball over a lot. Your team was up 10, 13. He come in the game. Now what? We down by 8? Word. That's Russ on this album. That's what we kept on saying over and over again. That some of these songs actually sounded okay until you realize Russ had to rap. The Ghostface song sounded decent whenever Russ wasn't on it. It sounded totally different when Russ flow that didn't match the record was off there. So my biggest comparison, like I said, was 03-04 Lakers. They lost to the Pistons. Chauncey Billups. You know what I'm saying? They got swept. Holy shit, they got swept.
Mm-hmm.
Chauncey was the MVP. I just don't see how that team, even though they had some injuries, got swept in the NBA Finals, even though they were past their prime.
Should have never.
All these features should have never happened.
Well, I mean, Karl Malone is a bum, but that's a whole different day.
But he still could hoop, bro. He still could hoop. But you have all these great players.
He's still a bum though, too.
Yeah, but he has all those great players. And
he's a great bum. He's a great bum.
Right. And actually, I have hopefully an equally good analogy, but it goes to movies. Have you ever seen Con Air with Nicolas Cage?
Nicolas Cage.
Okay,
yeah.
John Lithgow, Nicolas Cage. You had like so many amazing actors in that movie, like incredible actors throughout that whole movie. Nothing.
Yo, we had this conversation before. I like that movie, but you're right.
There are plenty of movies that suck that I like.
Yeah,
but that movie was not a good movie.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. You're right. You're right. It wasn't.
John Malkovich was in that. Yep. I mean, you had amazing actors in that movie.
They didn't display it in that movie, but I liked the movie still. Probably because I was probably like 14. Some shit around there. And like, yeah. And like, Nick Cage is that dude, B. Like, what?
Nick Cage had a run. Nick Cage is almost $1 billion dude out here. Don't ever sleep on Nick Cage. I met him in New Orleans.
No,
he's a serious dude.
Character-wise, he might be, but financially, he's not.
No, he got his bread back.
Did he? Because he was doing all kinds of crazy movies just to get money.
He sold a bunch of his stuff, and he got the money back. He doesn't have nearly as much as he had around National Treasure, let's say.
Okay.
But he definitely he got some money back. He's living comfortably out here. You know, he's one of the only people on the planet Earth that owns Superman #1.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he owns it. He owns it. That's one of his assets.
We're gonna rob this dude.
Mint condition.
I think I got my pistol on me right now, yo. Boom. Let's
go get this. No homo.
Whoa, it's a kid show, man. Come on.
Hey, yo,
I'm doing technical difficulties again.
Thank you. Yeah. But yo, Superman #1?
Yeah, he got Action Comics #1. Yeah, he owns it. He owns a copy of it.
We got
a mint condition copy.
We're gonna Google his address and we're gonna head there right now. Well. Boom. All in all, this record was not good. Now, I appreciate Russ for doing what he did, like we said. But all in all, the record was not good. I hope he doesn't make another one. But knowing Russ,
you just want his career over?
I did not
make another one of these albums?
Another one of these. But he had the first one with Black Thought's on there. Benny the
Black Thought and
Benny the Butcher.
Yeah.
They had a crazy.
He's probably gonna make another one. No one I still would like to find the people who listen to Russ. I don't know. PrimoJAB.
Craig Locks, apparently.
There you go. I like Craig Locks' taste of music and his opinions, but I still don't know anybody that likes Russ. PrimoJAB sent me the DJ Academics post where he said Russ dropped tonight. Everybody in there was hating on him. No one said
there was a lot
positive.
of hate. Yes.
Every comment was either "Who is Russ?" or "Why are you posting about this?"
or "I'm not listening.
I'm not listening to this."
Skip.
This is me. And that post only had like, I think 3,500 something likes.
It was
right?
decent. I went and looked. It was decent. It was right there in the middle.
A post by what's the little girl Bia or the little girl Coley Ray. You know what I mean? No, I'm sure none of us know who she is, but yeah, we all know who she is because she's terrible.
It's been
that post will probably get 250,000 likes. You understand what I'm saying?
Doing that time run right there, that was kind of like okay, the likes right there. It wasn't bad. I did the knowledge on that shit because you said that. I did the knowledge. It wasn't bad, but the post before had like 4,000.
Let's see what it looks like today.
True indeed. It said 4,000 before then. The post after it had 2,000 likes. So they had 3,000. So I was like, oh, it's not that bad. But still, the comments that Russ got on there, no one cares about Russ. I would like to know who listens to this dude.
Yeah, please. Let us know.
That's it. Yeah, if y'all like Russ, hit us up in the DM. Also, if you would like to put your 2 cents in, who or how you like this record, you know what I'm saying? Everyone or anything, boom. If you know what we're going to talk about the prior week, send us a minute video. You know what I'm saying? We might stick it in there, we might not. Pause. Boom. But we've been on here too long. I lost track of time. I don't know how many times we was on here. We talked about Russ for this long because we disliked him.
No, because we just like the project. I'm indifferent to Russ. I want him to go back to whatever world he lives in where he has all these fans.
If he didn't do this, we would not listen. He gave him the streams. This probably would be one of his most streamed records, because like a lot of people that didn't like Russ, along with his regular fans, are listening to this record. He accomplished his goal, even though he's just making sneaker money off this record. And he's number one. He's number one.
He's number one on iTunes. Absolutely.
So boom.
Good job, everybody. Look what you did.
It's your fault.
Now we got to hear about this on the next Russ album.
Good. It's your fault, Credlocks. Yeah, your fault, Credlocks. Way to go, bro. Asshole. I'll see you Wednesday, Credlocks. I'll see you. Oh, well, Atlanta. There you go. Atlanta. Boom. You're in Atlanta tomorrow. Today is Tuesday. Jay Worthy, Sky Zoo, Jay Nice. Yeah. Jay Worthy, Sky Zoo, Jay Nice. PrimoJAB.
305 Sushi.
Slade.
Mono Slade, PrimoJAB. That's it.
Little Freaky.
Who's Little Freaky? Anyway,
he an Atlanta dude, man. I just want to shout him out, man. You know, he on the bill too, so I'm gonna shout him out, man. I'm gonna give him some love. Kerosene on the 1 and 2.
Yeah, DJ Kerosene's gonna be there.
You know what I mean? He gonna go crazy. You already know, hosted by Lukey Cage.
I thought Little Freaky was a girl, man.
No, it's a dude. I think. I'm pretty sure it's a dude.
Why would you name yourself that? Anyway.
Hey, man, you know, shoot, that's how maybe there's a big freaky out there. You don't know how these people get their names in the street. Street
shit,
was bro.
Big freaky. You know what I'm saying? Word.
There might be an OG freaky out there. There might be a baby freaky out there, tiny freaky. You never know.
And they all got OnlyFans. Everybody, thank you for tuning into the Abyss Podcast. Big up to Festa. Big up to PrimoJAB.
Shout out Festa.
Big up to Karl. Yeah, big up for Festa for coming on this joint, man. You dropped some gems for us, yo.
Halifax, represent.
Yeah, man. What up, man? Thank you all for having me, man. Crimefaces The Abyss, man. That's what's up.
What hood is this, yo? Hey, yo, boom. And don't forget, don't listen to any Russ. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah. That shit is dope, yo.
Hey, everybody. Please remember, go to our Patreon. There's going to be a ton of extra content. If you're just going in as a base level subscriber, we're going to give you all of the podcasts with the extra music added into it. You're going to get music videos whenever possible. We are also going to just add extra content in there for the base level. But we will have 2 other levels. The second level is going to give you a lot of extra content. And the third level gives you the merch. So you can get that one-of-a-kind t-shirt that's only going to be available on the Patreon. But you're also going to be able to get a certified investor's mug. Yes. If you want to check it out, you can go take a look at the Patreon. It's there, as well as a dope hoodie. So subscribe, follow us, support the podcast, share this information if you can. We really appreciate you fucking with us, and we'll keep bringing you more. Peace.